Hi, so today I want to talk to you about what is PBR digital material in Textura. So right here we have the public material, for example, and I'm going to go for this cardigan fabric, for example. Now this cardigan fabric has 2D, it has the 3D view, of course, that you can rotate around, you can check the different scene environments. And most important thing, in order to be a digital fabric, digital material, it has 2D maps. So it contains the albedo. Albedo is actually the first scan. Whatever you got out of your scanner, that's the basic color map. And then we have the normal map. What normal map does, it tells the 3D engine how to reflect the light. It tells where each part of the object is facing toward the X, Y, Z direction in the 3D world. And according to the colors, all the shades that you see here, it tells the engine where to bounce the light. It will imitate a feeling that we're looking at a 3D object when what we're looking at is a 2D object. That's the scan. We got it right off the scanner. And if you just think about it, we're actually trying to convince our client, our audience, that what they're looking at is a 3D object, when all of us are looking at a 2D screen on a scan of a fabric. And that's where the maps are super handy and super helpful. That's what create the digital fabric. So normal tells the engine where to reflect the light, and it creates this simulation of 3D texture without really changing the surface itself. And then the next map that we have is the specular map. And the specular map is the map that defines to the engine how shiny the surface gonna look and how much light is reflected or absorbed. And according to the colors, we have here all those gray shades, white and black. Wherever we see a white area, those areas gonna bring a stronger reflection. And where it's gonna be black areas, that's actually the areas that gonna look more matte in the surface. Now the alpha map, right here, it's completely purely white because there are no holes in this fabric. The alpha map shows transparency. So where it's white, we see no holes. There's no transparency in the fabric. If, for example, we'll choose to go for the edit and change opacity, then alpha map, after generating the map, will change to a grayish shade of color because it will include transparency. But right now, as it is, I'm going to discard changes. It's purely white. Now, next map that we see here is the roughness. The roughness map defines how rough or smooth is the fabric. And again, we see here that mixture of grayish, black, white colors. And that means wherever we see white, it's gonna look more rough to the surface. And wherever we're gonna see black, it's gonna look more smooth in terms of the roughness map. Last map here is displacement map. Now, displacement map, what it does is it modifies the mesh geometry according to the height values. So wherever we see, again, it's those shades of white and black, the grayish colors. And if we see white areas, it will make the 3D object looks like it's been moved forward in the 3D world. And wherever we see black areas, they will stay lower. And that's actually what's making the 3D object look realistic right here. Now about this displacement map. As displacement map takes more render power, render time, it's more consuming in order to render the geometry. Real-time engine, such as the one that we have right here in Textura, that allow you to rotate the object anywhere around, will not show the displacement map. You will be able to show displacement map to see it only on offline render. Those renders will calculate the height map according to the values. So if you want to see the full capacity of Textura map, you'll need to download any of those formats as you wish, and you will get the displacement map for the offline render. I hope you enjoyed that explanation about PBR material and all the textures maps in Textura. And I'm looking forward to see the material, the fabrics that you're gonna create. So see you in Textura. Bye!